The 1990s in BC were defined by a gang war that erupted on the streets of Metro Vancouver. A power struggle between two drug-dealing groups resulted in several deaths, including that of an innocent bystander.
And when there were finally charges, no one could have written the twist that happened during the court case. Ted Chernecki has the story.
They have declared open warfare on our streets. It's something we have never in the city of Vancouver ever had to deal with before.
If gang violence in the 70s was considered disorganized, by the time the 90s rolled around, it was certainly organized.
The criminal element today certainly is carrying high-powered weapons. Semi-automatics and automatic weapons are easily accessible to them.
It was an age where Indo-Canadian gangs fought very openly. There were the Assange brothers, Ron and Jim, who would later have a falling out with Bindy Johal. Not only was this organized crime, but it was orchestrated. It was a public showing off, if you will, one that's not been seen since.
Have you received any threats? Are you in any fear for your life?
Yes, that's the main reason I came here, to talk to you.
If you want to talk about nobody, if anybody's a nobody buddy, maybe that's why your life is worth a loony on the streets today. I wouldn't shoot you in the back, but I'd do it right face to face, square in the forehead.
Both Jim and Ron Assange were gunned down in violent shootouts. Bindy, along with his former brother-in-law Peter Gill, were charged with Jim Assange's murder. It was one of the most expensive trials in Canadian history just because of the security needed. Both walked when it was learned that Gill was having an affair with juror Gillian Guess. That trial seemed to embolden Johal.
Are you worried about your safety in India?
I never worry about my safety. My safety is no problem.
And what about the shootings last night?
Just move the camera, you might have to worry about your safety.
Hey, get that thing out of your face or I'll rip it right off your head. I don't give a okay? Keep that thing away from us.
There were multiple gang-related murders through the 90s, including the death of Johal's neighbor, Glenn Olson, an innocent bystander who was out walking his dog. Johal even once held notorious Chinese triad gangster Randy Chan for ransom. Predictably, Vancouver's first celebrity gangster met his demise at 4:30 a.m. on December 20th, 1998. Bindy Johal was shot in the back of the head on the Palladium nightclub dance floor. He was 27. Ted Chernecki, Global News.